Hey everyone, this is a record on one-step equations and again the solving issues that I've been seeing in your work, and this is how to properly solve one-step equations. So these are kind of the steps that I thought of the other day. So 1, identify which side of the equation the variable's on. 2, identify the operation relationship between the variable and the number on that side. 3, what is the inverse operation? What is the opposite operation that undoes that relationship from step 2? 4, use the inverse operation to isolate the variable. Must do this to both sides. 5, finish solving equation. And 6, check to see if your answer is correct. So, scroll down. All right, so let's do this kind of in order. I'm not going to go check back up there and refer to it all the time. So step 1, identify which side the variable is on, and the variable is on the left side here, left side, right side. You're looking at the equal side is in the middle. That's where you're looking for. Where is that middle that's occurring? Okay. What is the relationship between that number and the variable? This is saying 6 times x. So what is the operation that undoes multiplication? What is the inverse operation? It is division. So that means you are dividing 6 to both sides. You're dividing 6 to both sides. So this goes away and you're left with x equals 62 divided by 6. And I clearly did not think of the smart number over here. So 62 divided by 6 is going to be a decimal. 2.020. So this is going to be 0.3. This is going to be a 10.1/3. So x is 10.3 repeated, or 10 1/3. It's not a fun one to check, so I really wouldn't check this one. It's kind of my bad and a mistake, but that's the first problem. Second problem, first step, where is the variable? Is it on the left side or is it on the right side of the equal sign? What is the relationship with the variable and the number on that side? This time you are subtracting 8. So that means the operation undo subtraction is addition. So you're going to be adding 8 to both sides here. And what this does is makes it a 0 here. That's why you want to do this. You want to isolate the variable to get it by itself. After you do this, simplify. So you're going to have x equals 27. And let's check to see if the answer is right. So you're substituting this back in there. So 27 minus 8 equals 19. And 19 is equal to 19, and that is true. Okay, let's do a few more problems. I didn't have too many in this one. 25 is equal to, again, which side is the variable on, left or right? The variable is on the right side this time. So you're looking at to see what is the relation that's going on with 9 and x. And you are adding. I want you to know that sometimes you may see something written like, it's okay. You can rewrite this as 25 is equal to x plus 9. X is positive and 9 is positive. It's okay to do that because sometimes in the future, you're going to see something like this. And what I've seen students do is because there's an addition sign here, they're subtracting 9 from both sides when it's actually not the inverse operation. If you rewrite this, you're going to have x minus 9. That 9 is negative. It needs to stay negative. So you're actually subtracting 9 to x over here, but it's written backwards. So be mindful of that. It's something that you may see in the future in some other problems. But anyway, back to this one down here. So because you are adding 9, the inverse operation, the one that undoes it, the opposite operation of addition, is subtracted. So you are subtracting 9 from both sides. And 25 minus 9 is 16. So x equals 16. And let's just check to see if that's right. So 25 is equal to 9 plus 16. 25 is equal to 25. This is right. And number 4, x over 9 is equal to 4. And if you really, really like to do it, if you don't like the fraction, rewrite it as x divided by 9 is equal to 4. That's completely okay, but that's a case-by-case situation. So we just figured out that the relationship between x and 9 is division. So what's the inverse operation of division? It's multiplying. So you're going to be multiplying 9 to both sides. 9 divided. So the reason this works, and that's why like you'll see the fraction written more, is 9 over 9. 9 over 9 is equal to 1 over 1, which is 1. So 1x is the same thing as x. This is why this works. So the 9's go away over here, and you're left with x equals 36. And you can check your answer. 36 divided by 9 is 4. That is the answer. So this is how you properly solve equations. I want to see the proper steps. Does it actually help to write the line over here? Yes. For some kids, it actually does, because it tells you that whatever you do to the left side, you have to do the right side. Is that something that I require, that every teacher requires? It's a case-by-case situation. I don't. But if you are not balancing the equation properly, then I'm going to tell you to draw that line. It visually helps you separate the equation into two sides. I don't do it. It's not the way I was taught. But if you need to write an equal sign there for every single problem, go ahead and do it. I kept it off this time because I see that some of you aren't doing it, but you're still solving equations properly. But do things that make sense to you. And if you're still not sure, contact me, email me, message me via Hangouts, come to my office hours. But this is something that you have to do properly. All right. Thanks for joining me.